Hi, everyone. Just going to make sure we're live before I dive in. I wanted to talk about some really fun and games in spreadsheets. So I'm just going to make sure we're good to go. Okay. Welcome. So my name is Melinda from Spreadsheetables, and here in these groups, we want to bring you really fun things that you can do with Google Sheets, that you can sell, that you can use as lead magnets, and help with your coaching businesses and your memberships. So today we are going to be talking about the RANDBETWEEN formula. And I know that sounds super boring, but let me show you the fun things you can do with it first. And then I'll dive into an affirmation card. It's not a game, but being able to draw daily affirmation cards within a spreadsheet, which I think is a really cool add-on or a standalone product. So I'm going to share my screen here. Okay, hopefully you can all see that. Okay, great. Okay, so this is a little cheat sheet that I've put together that shows you some of the really cool examples that you can do with this formula. So the way it's RAND for random. So the way this formula works is it pulls random values for you. And the way it's triggered is just by making a change anywhere on the spreadsheet. Now, I have this formula in all sorts of different games and activities in this example here. You wouldn't normally have them all on one page, but that's just how I wanted this cheat sheet to be able to show all the examples. So in here, this one is a guessing game. So you're guessing the number between 1 and 10. This is the value that the computer is going to display once you've made a guess. So in here, you're going to put in random numbers. Oh, I guessed it right away on the second one. So I put in the number 4, and the computer was guessing 4. So it's displaying this message that I've won. And so I'm going to click on this cell here and show you the formula. If you're at home, you can just pause these videos and grab the formula. This one is just grabbing a number between 1 and 10. So uses the formula RANDBETWEEN and then brackets 1, 10, comma. I hope that's close enough that you can see. I'm going to zoom in on some of these games. Okay. And in here, it's showing you the formula that's being used. So some of these other ones are going to pair a few different formulas. This one is drawing a winning name. And so I had said before that with this formula, when you make a change anywhere on the sheet, it triggers the formula to take action. So in this guessing game, I had put in a number and it changed. Well, look what happens if I just go to a random cell and I type in the letter T. It's going to trigger that to change. So it's happening whenever there's a change on the spreadsheet, unless you do some other things with app scripts and things. So this next one is drawing a winning name. So in this case, because we need to make a change somewhere on the spreadsheet, I've just added a checkbox that people are going to check and uncheck whenever they want to draw a name. Now, this is handy. I've used something similar if I am running a contest online. And there's a website that you can, I can't remember the name of it right now. If I do find it, I'll drop it down below. But there's a website where you can enter the link for a Facebook post, and it will extract all the comments within that post. And you can put it into a spreadsheet, and then you could draw the winning name from this. So I've used it in those cases where I need to draw a winning name randomly. And so this formula is set up a little bit differently because the RANDBETWEEN formula is always between these numbers. And so in this case, if we compare up here, this guessing game, we had said, okay, we want something between 1 and 10. But for here, it can't really do between these two cells, but it can do numbers. So what you do here is you do the rand between, and then you pick the row number, so 17 to 20. So that's what it says here. And then this indirect formula adds that U in there in front of it so that it starts to reference the cells. So it's going to reference cell U17 to U20. So again, if you're watching, you can just pause this video to grab this equation. And then obviously you can just change these numbers to whatever row range that you're using. Okay. The next one, daily affirmations. So, and we're going to do, after this video, we're going to do a bigger, like a whole spreadsheet on daily affirmations. So keep watching and I'll show you guys that. It's really cool. So this one, we're just, again, doing this checkbox to trigger and make these changes. You actually see that this one is changing down below. Again, the whole spreadsheet's going to change just on this one that I've created here. So if you want a new affirmation for each day, you can just, click the button and get a new one. In the example later, I'm going to show you how you can put in a button that you click instead of having a checkbox. The button's a little bit nicer. People can click it. It's connected to an app script and it refreshes the screen for you. The next one, if you're into tarot cards or oracle cards, this is similar to the affirmation above. This one is pulling this script first and then looking up the image. So you'll notice in this spreadsheet, I put the source information or the source cells that it's pulling this information from. So for this example, it's going to need, the little script or whatever you want to say, and the image for the cards in the column beside it. So when I click here, just like the affirmation one, it is referencing these cells here. And then this image is being matched to the affirmations or the tarot card messages that you have. Okay, this one is a coin toss that you can do. You can generate math questions. So you could have a whole spreadsheet with math questions for students or for homeschoolers. And at a click of a button, you can get a new sheet, all new formulas or equations for them to solve, which is neat. Okay. So from there, we're going to dive into this daily affirmation cards spreadsheet. So right now I'm in the Spreadsheetables vault. So I'm going to download it here. Actually, and before I do that, I'll go back. You'll notice it for the members that have access to the vault, you'll notice there's a download button. So that's for the spreadsheet. And then these two links are for the Canva cards. So this Canva card is this template here. It's got a shadow and it's 2.75 by 4.75 inches for a oracle card. And then this template is to create this stack of cards. So you'll see in a minute what that looks like. For those that, if you see this screen here, for those that are new to selling spreadsheets, whenever you have a link to another spreadsheet for somebody to use, you're going to add copy at the end of it. So see, I'm going to go to this spreadsheet here. If I shared a link with somebody that I'm selling a spreadsheet to, here is where you're going to actually take this out and add copy. And it's going to force open a copy, just like we saw with that screen where I had to click a button to make a copy. It just makes it a lot smoother for your customers when they're purchasing spreadsheets from you. Okay. So this is a daily affirmation cards that you can have. This would be a great standalone product, or you can bundle it in if you have a coaching program or a membership and you're working with your clients on mindset or any of those related fields. You could add this into the membership or your coaching program. This would make a great lead magnet for a lot of different businesses, and then also as a standalone product. So in here, we've got this button where you can pick a card, and it's going to run an app script. My internet's terrible, so sorry if this takes a minute. Waiting. My internet is so bad today. Uh-oh. Okay, this was working 2 seconds ago. I think my internet's buggered. Okay, so when we click this button, oh, it needs authorization. Hang on. So this will happen whenever you have app scripts in a spreadsheet that you're providing to somebody else or that you're using from somebody else. It's going to ask for this authorization. You're just going to click allow. Okay, let's see if this goes through now. Okay, there we go. So this is how they can pick a card. They just select this button and it draws a new one for them. So it picks a card and a new message for the day. And I'm going to go through how this is all laid out so that you can do your own. And for those that have access to this template, you can go ahead and make some changes. You can easily change out these fonts to whatever font you want. And what else can we do? We can change this font down below. You can change the color of it. That's maybe too light. You can change this whole background as well. Okay. So lots of things you can change on here. This button, if you want to change it, you're going to right click, and then this menu here, you're going to click edit, and it's going to open up this drawing board where you can make changes to the color of the button, the font, the message. So if you want to say draw a card and you want to change the color of it, you can change the borders as well. So in here, you can go to border color here. And if you want it like a black border, whoops. I had it on white, but you can do whatever color you want, and then you can save it and close. So that's super easy to change that button, change out the colors. And then these images are how I showed you in Canva. I can show you those now. And if you can make this at home yourself. Oh, it's not going to open. I'm in a different browser. Hang on. This is what it'll look like. If you're making this at home yourself, this is just a Canva frame. And there is a shadow hidden behind here just to create some depth. And the same thing with this is just a frame with the shadow in behind. Oh, and there's lots of, if you go into Canva and you go to elements and you look up like tarot cards and then go to graphics, there's lots of different graphics that you can add to these cards. Okay. So in here, you're probably wondering where to set all of this up. So we have this setup tab here. And when you click here, this is giving you where all of the messages go that you want to put in place, and then all of the images. So I have 52 in here, images and messages. You can adjust that. And how you do that is if you go into, let's start with this script one first. If you go into here, you can just adjust these numbers here. So this B3 to B54 you're going to change that to what row it goes to. And then if you haven't done 52, if you've done like 1 through 20, you're going to change this to 20. Okay. And then the same thing with this formula up here. You're just going to change, this one's pulling from A3 to A54 in the setup tab. So you're just going to change these and these ones here to match what you have in your other spreadsheet. Okay. What else can I show you? The messages. Okay, so those are really easy to grab. I just went to ChatGPT and I said I would like a list of 52 affirmations that are 7 words or less for each one. You can make it longer or shorter. You can specify it and say like that you want affirmations for entrepreneurs or for mothers or whatever your niche audience is. And then all I did was copy and paste those into these cells here. The images. Okay, so when you put images into Google Sheets, you can, a fast way to do it is to go to extensions and use Image Kit. If you don't have Image Kit, you would go to add-ons, get add-ons, and then you would search for it in the search bar here. So because I already use it, it's here. So you would use Image Kit, you would upload from your computer, select files, and then you go to your downloads and, select all the images. So all of them, like if you did 52, you would select all 52 and you would click open and then you would click upload, and it's going to, the default setting is to fill in the images all the way down. You can change that default, but it will do that for you. Now, one thing I discovered is that the images are actually a lot more clear if you insert them individually instead of Image Kit. Now, maybe that's just my browser, but you'll notice this image is a little bit blurry compared to how crisp these ones are. And just to show you an example, I think this first image I uploaded independently, not using Image Kit. And I'm just going to show you the difference. So I'm going to click on this setup tab and click here, click OK. So there you can see the difference. This card is a lot more crisp. So if that matters to you, I would try putting them in individually. If it doesn't matter to you, then use Image Kit to put them all in. Okay. Let's see if I covered everything. I think that's about it. I hope you guys like this. I think it's really cool, and I think you can do a lot of things with it. This is just an image that I had, put in place here, but you can decorate this with, flowers or whatever your theme is. Just insert the graphics over the cells. You can do in, but for decorating, I usually do over the cells. If you're not wanting to do the button here with the app script, you can easily just add a checkbox here so that people are making a change. Like even though this app script is here, so I'm drawing a card, it draws a new one. It's still going to actually draw a new one, even if I type something in and press enter. So it's any change on there. So if you don't want the app script, you would just put a checkbox in here for them to check and uncheck to draw a new card. So I hope you guys like this. I feel like you guys could do a lot of cool stuff with this, and I'm excited to see how you guys use it. So I hope you guys have a great weekend. Let us know if you have any questions about that, and we'll talk soon.